Good morning, everybody. How are you doing? Please, can someone confirm that you can hear me this beautiful morning?
Yes, we can.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. So good morning, everybody. It's another beautiful day. Welcome to today's edition. Welcome to today's series on behalf of the entire um, project team of Sustainable Energy Accelerator and the whole ADEV organization. We are saying good morning to you this morning and welcome to today's series, to today's workshop. We believe that you actually learned a lot last series, and we are glad to have you back this week again to learn and become better. Yes. Can I see you greeting yourself in the comment box as you welcome yourself to today's series? We are glad to have you. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Yes, I can see uh, Alani from Nigeria saying good morning. Of course, we know the rule. Kindly edit your name, rename your account with the name of your country coming first, then followed by your name, so that we can identify you easily. So yes, I see from Somalia, I can see you. That's good morning, Abdullah from Somalia. Good morning, you're welcome. I can see Chin Nime. Good morning. Yeah, good morning to you from Nigeria. Olalua. Olalua Kiton. Yes, good morning. Good morning to you. Yes, you're welcome this morning. I can see Camille from Uganda. Good morning. Yeah, beautiful morning from Uganda. Yes, I can see Abdullah from Somalia. Good morning. I can see Carlos from Cameroon. Good morning to you. Good morning, everybody. It's a beautiful morning. Keep connecting, keep greeting yourself. Kazim from Nigeria, good morning to you. You are all welcome to today's series, and we are glad to have you this morning. So, before we bring our facilitator on board, we would like to hear your feedback concerning last section. Yes, I see from Sarah Lone. Cece, good morning to you. So let's have your feedback concerning last week presentation, concerning last week workshop. If you would like to volunteer, you can use the raise hand option to put up your hand and we grant you permission to unmute your mic. You can also make use of the comment section to drop what you have for us. Yeah, let's have it coming. Good morning, Babylon from Cameroon. Good morning. We are glad to have you. Yes. So you're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome. Good morning. So who wants to volunteer? What's your learned last week? Okay, I see Olalua Kiton wants to respond. Okay. Okay, so Olalua Kiton from Nigeria. Kindly unmute your mic. Let's have it. Yeah.
Good morning, everybody. Good morning, moderator. Um, Last week was very insightful. I had to even go over it again on YouTube to really catch everything she said. So there was this talk about energy law, which is like she gave us the basic fundamentals that before you can do anything, you don't want to be against the law. So, and it was very insightful because she took us through Nigeria, Ghana, South Africa, and it was very detailed. And she also presented on the key documents that you need when you want to go into any energy project. And she tried so much to explain to us that based on what you want to do, if it's 10 megawatts or more, there are laws, there are policies backing everything. And for me, it was very eye-opening because there are times you just want to just go straight as an entrepreneur and you don't even know what the law says about certain things, like, okay, let me take on this project, and you be against the law and you don't want to find yourself at that point. So for me, the key policy document, the key documents you need, like the PPA, power purchase agreement. She took us through a lot, engineering and procurement and engineering. In fact, it was a very eye opening session, very enlightening. I want to thank Madam Chineye Ajayi for that very eye-opening session, because if you don't have that information, you would have been against the law and it will not be good for any entrepreneur. Thank you.
Wow, that's a whole lot, Olaoluwakitan. Thank you for that wonderful feedback. We are glad to receive that feedback from you. That's awesome. Yes, thank you so much. Do we have someone that wants to unmute? You guys want to unmute and speak, or you want to make use of the comments, the chat box to put your comments? Yes, let's still have like one more person. Be free, be free. Yes, I think I'm seeing Amina from Nigeria. Amina from Nigeria. Okay. So Amina, let's have you. Let's have you.
Hello, good morning, everyone, the organizers and the participants. Good morning to you all. As facilitator last week taught us about extant rules, regulations, and requirements. It doesn't only apply to the rules, but there are also requirements that is required in order to go into the energy business. And one key takeaway I got was she highlighted the fact that in a team, there is a particular requirement which an engineer supposed to carry out. Like in a team, if there is a particular person who has that requirement, it is good for that person to head the team, and which is a major takeaway for me, because I feel that, okay, if I have the knowledge and I can apply it, why not go into that aspect? But she highlighted that. And aside from that, she's also pointed out the fact that if you are going into the energy space, there should be a law, because if another government comes in, it can be changed. So if there is not a law that is initiated, one should start initiating that law. So I think that is also a major takeaway for me. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much for that feedback, Madam Amina. Thank you. I think it is the ladies in the house that is going home with something. What is happening with our guys? What's happening with the gentlemen? Is it that it's only ladies we have in the energy space? Yes, we have a lot of them doing great work. So let's have a male volunteer. Yes, who wants to go for that? A male in the house, a male in the house. Yes. A male in the house. Anybody volunteering? Yes. Let's have you. Let's have you. Let's have you. Okay. So not to, since it's as if all our males are shy. And I don't know why you are shy. All right. So that we keep the ball rolling, we are glad to have our facilitator. These the women are breaking the bias. All right, I got that. So before we bring up our facilitator, so let's have the professional bow of our facilitator this morning, and we are glad to have our facilitator on board, Mr. Habib Mustafa. Welcome. Thank you for joining us on the call this morning. Mr. Habib Mustafa is an experienced mechatronics engineer. So we are talking about energy, of course. So we are bringing someone in the engineering world today. So specializing in clean and renewable energy solutions with expertise in artificial intelligence, machine learning, and development of advanced embedded systems. Habib is dedicated to leveraging technology for sustainable solutions and driving positive change in affordable and clean energy. Yes, so it is with great honor we have Mr. Habib Mustafa in our midst this morning to educate us, to take us through the journey of today's workshop. Mr. Habib, good morning to you, sir.
Hello, good morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning. It's a pleasure having you this morning.
I'm happy to be on the program this morning.
Oh,
My name is Habib Mustafa. I am the CTO of Vector Energy, and I will be taking us through the business of renewable energy this morning. And in particular, what I'll be pointing out is the role of artificial intelligence and driving sustainable developmental goal 7, which is affordable and clean energy, and the sustainable developmental goal 13, which is climate action. How can we improve, how can we make impact on these goals using artificial intelligence? Without much ado, I'll be sharing my slide to take us through the program. Okay. So is this, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. We appreciate if you can put the slide in full view.
Okay,
so that we can.
I'm on.
Yeah.
I'm on that. Okay. Okay. Is it better now?
Yes, we are good. We are good.
Okay. So like I said, Vector Energy is a renewable energy company dedicated to providing power to small and micro scale businesses. And I think over time, where we realized that, you know, the cost of this renewable energy solution, the cost of affording a solar solution or other sources of renewable energy is quite expensive, because we are targeting small scale business owners and the rural community to provide sustainable energy. So because of this challenge, we had to delve into extensive research on how we can actually secure finance and during our course of research, we realized the impact of AI in gaining access, connecting local solar developers to international markets to sell climate commodities like carbon credits and renewable energy certificates. So today, I will be taking us through the outline of my presentation. Would look at a recap of SDG Goal 7, and also a recap of the SDG Goal 13. What are the key points and what we aim to achieve with these goals? Then we would proceed to looking at wireless smart sensor network and cloud computing. When I mean wireless smart sensor network, I mean sensors that you can attach to your solutions, your renewable energy solutions, to actually get data, get real-time data from these sources, and then transmit them to a cloud-based platform, and how that will actually help us in the long run. Moving forward from there, we would also look at why we need to monitor and report renewable energy sources. You need to monitor and report the renewable energy solution that we've provided. Then we will delve into AI, that is artificial intelligence, with clean, renewable, and affordable energy. Like I said, the impact of AI in this field. And I'll be giving us 3 practical examples of how AI has been used to improve the efficiency and effectiveness of energy sources, clean energy sources. Then lastly, we'll look at how we can advocate for AI-driven sustainable energy policies in our different environments. So on the first slide, I believe we all know that our SDG Goal 7 is basically ensuring access to affordable, reliable, sustainable, and modern energy for all. The for all is very important, because you cannot develop a solution for just the elite. You have to ensure that your solution is affordable in every nook and cranny of your environment, especially the rural area where they don't have access to electricity. So the SDG 7 is aimed at ensuring universal access to affordable, reliable, and sustainable energy by 2030, which of course has been extended to 2060, 2063 for some countries. The goal actually recognizes the fundamental importance of access to clean energy in achieving sustainable development across various sectors, including your health sector, your hospitals, the education sector, agriculture, industry, and so many others. The access to the modern energy is actually crucial for eradicating poverty and improving livelihood. We all know that, because we basically need electricity to carry out almost all tasks, ranging from cooking, eating, cooling the environment, irrigation, whatnot. So we need energy. It's a crucial part of our what's it called? Our existence. And we have to make conscious efforts to ensure that while generating this energy, we are not causing harm to the environment. On SDG Goal 13, a recap of it, it talks about taking urgent action to combating the climate change and its impact. Of course, we are all aware of the global warming and the COP agenda of trying to limit the global warming to about a certain temperature, so that our planet can continue to remain habitable. So this goal calls for urgent action to actually combat climate change and its impact, including the increasing resilience and adaptive capabilities to climate-related disasters. Of course, there are some disasters like flooding, hunger, and these are some of the what's it called? The negative effects of climate change. So the goal of this climate action is actually to enhance the climate resilience and promote climate adaptation measures. That is, the measures that we can actually use to combat the climate changes. It highlights the need for mitigation strategies, such as transitioning to low carbon energy system. Of course, low carbon energy system, we are paying attention to our carbon footprint, trying to eliminate sources of energy that emit high greenhouse. For example, the fossil fuel. It's one of the main concerns that people are paying attention to. However, the fossil fuel is not the only source of pollutants of the environment. There are a lot of pollutants that we, of course, we don't even know. But because the most common one is the fossil fuel, the petrol, we want to change, eradicate or reduce the use of fossil fuel because it has been painted as the main cause of greenhouse emission. However, I will tell you that there are a lot of pollutants, greenhouse gases that we cannot even identify, that we don't even know because we are not paying attention to all the others, all these sources of greenhouse emission. So the climate change affects every aspect of human, including your food security, the water resources, health, and infrastructure. It impacts vulnerable communities, vulnerable communities, and expands the existing inequalities. So therefore, there is need to actually address the climate change for achieving a sustainable and greener environment. So moving forward, before I delve into why we need to actually monitor the sources we've created, I want us to look at the wireless smart sensor and cloud computing. What does it actually mean? I understand that a lot of effort has been put in place, a lot of projects has been commissioned for SDG goals 7 and 13. However, we cannot really measure the impact of this project simply because we just commissioned the project for the sake of providing energy, or it's clean energy, it's affordable. Let's commission the project, and we've commissioned the project, and it's making impact in the environment. But what we are not paying attention to is the efficiency of this project that we are out there commissioning. What is the efficiency? Is it working at maximum capacity? Is it satisfying what we need it to satisfy? What are the engineering process that has been put in place to ensure the sustainability of this project? Take, for example, we have a 50 megawatt installation of solar system, or more than that for wind turbine system. And then maybe, of course, the installation would have about hundreds to thousands of panels, solar panels. So let's say one of the panel, or maybe 2 or 3 of the panels, gets damaged. It's not functioning properly, and it has decided to affect the overall productivity of the system. How do we pinpoint this particular cause of drop in efficiency of the solution? So that is why we actually need real-time data collection and analysis of our projects. We need to collect data from this project in real time and analyze whatever data we are getting from the project. And in order to achieve this data collection, we need wireless smart sensors. Of course, it has to be wireless because there are wireless sensors which the wireless counterpart has been proven to be more efficient and faster in terms of the IoT connectivity. So our wireless smart sensors enable real-time monitoring and collection of data across various platforms, from the industrial process to environmental monitoring. The data that we collect from these sensors collect from your field, your different installation, is being transmitted to cloud computing platform. There are a lot of cloud computing platforms we have at the moment. So I think we have the AWS, Microsoft Azure, in them, where we can actually store our data. You don't necessarily need to store the data on the local platform like our SD card or secondary storage. There's a need to actually transmit this data to the cloud, which we are going to see the benefits of doing that. Also, the advantage of your wireless smart sensor network is scalability and flexibility. Yes. The cloud computing, where you transmit your data to, actually offers scalable storage and high processing power. You don't have to worry about the storage space, because we are collecting data from the field in real time. We have about 24 hours, collecting data in real time from different fields in 24 hours. We'll be needing a large storage space to actually, store and process this data. And that is one thing that cloud computing offers, because it offers the space we need, and which can be adjusted. Yeah, the space can be adjusted based on the volume of data we generate from the wireless sensors. The flexibility ensures that the system can grow and adapt without significant infrastructure changes, providing a cost-effective solution for managing large-scale sensor networks. So you don't have to, the enhanced connectivity and integration, like I said, now combining our wireless smart sensors, which collects data in real time from the field, and your cloud computing facilities, it offers seamless integration with other systems and devices. And this connectivity supports development of IoT, which simply means Internet of Things. So basically, our IoT, it's interconnection of devices. You can connect different field projects, different renewable energy sources to a central cloud server, where you can compare their performance and efficiency. So on the next slide, I will be talking on why we need to actually monitor and report renewable energy sources. Why is monitoring and reporting of renewable energy sources essential? Why is it essential? I've said it earlier that most of the attention is not really paid to impact of this project. We are not measuring the impact we are making with the project. We cannot really say, we can only estimate. We make estimation based on the installation we have. We have this megawatt installation of wind turbine. So we are expecting that by so duration of by after so time, maybe after a month or after a year, this is the total amount of energy we will have generated. But it's not actually the case in real time. That value we are predicting is it's a predicted value. That it's not really the real time value. So we need to actually monitor we need to actually monitor and report the real value in real time to know what we are generating. So some of the reasons why we need to do this is the first thing is to monitor the performance of your system. Like I said, regular monitoring, that is in real time. Your real-time monitoring can be in seconds. You can monitor the energy generated from your field in seconds while at the comfort of your room. You don't have to go out. In seconds, you can sit in your sitting room and then monitor the workflow, the efficiency, the performance of your project on the field. So your regular monitoring helps assess the performance of renewable energy systems such as solar panels, wind turbines, hydroelectric plants. It enables operators to identify any deviations from expected performance level and take corrective actions promptly. Yeah, so we're expecting a particular amount of energy to be generated in real time. Maybe in 1 hour, we should have gotten this amount of energy. But while monitoring from our cloud-based computing, we realize that the energy we are getting is not up to what we are expecting. So we can immediately take corrective action, towards what we are getting. So, but this is only possible if you've attached some level of technology, if you embedded some level of technology with your project. Also, energy optimization. By tracking the energy production and consumption patterns, operators can identify opportunities to optimize the efficiency of renewable energy systems. This may involve adjusting operating parameters, scheduling maintenance activities, or implementing energy storage solutions to maximize the energy utilization. Yes, fine. our system is generating energy, and we know the amount of energy we are getting, but can we do more? How can we use the energy being generated efficiently? How can we distribute them efficiently? Do we need to change some things? Do we need to adjust some factors to be able to meet the energy demand? So those are some of from the data we are getting, we can actually, make some deductions that would optimize the efficiency of the energy being generated. Also, resource management as, sorry. Okay, resource management is one of the key reasons why we have to, monitor our energy solutions, because we need to do the insights. We need to be able to make forecasts based on what we have. So we can actually, there's some parameters we can measure, include the wind speed, the temperature, the intensity of sunlight. When we know all of these factors, we can predict the energy, amount of energy we can generate, and what are the necessary measures that we can take to correct some defects, or what are the improvements that we can make on the existing system based on the data we've generated. So it helps us manage efficiently and effectively our resources. I've explained this earlier, the detection of faults and maintenance. Whenever there's a fault, the monitoring provides you faster access to detecting faults and then carrying out corrective maintenance. The compliance and reporting is one of the key points also. Before the start of the meeting, they were saying, I heard one of the participants giving a recap of why there's a need to actually, ensure that you are within the law, the energy law. You are not outside the energy law. So how can you constantly, monitor this? How can you prove that what you've done is within the law? It's based on some of the data you have. You're monitoring, your real-time monitoring, the data you've generated. You can go from it from time to time, analyze it, and ensure that you are within the stipulated law and you are not committing any offense. So it ensures transparency and and accountability. Basically, that's just it. You are confident at any time. You don't have to go to the field to prove to prove the transparency and account for your project. Mere sitting on it, mere having a dashboard or an application where you can actually view all of what is going on in your field is one of the reasons why we need to monitor and report our energy sources to a cloud platform. Yeah, financial management is also one of the reasons, because monitoring energy production and consumption enables accurate billing, invoicing, and revenue tracking for renewable energy projects. Like I said, renewable energy project is quite expensive to commission, and there is a need to balance whatever we are producing and the billing, and also ensure that this amount the billing method we are employing is favorable for people who actually need the energy, the clean energy the most. So the data we are generating from the source helps us to accurately manage our finances, make accurate prediction on what we need to bill, the invoice, and the revenue we've generated so far. This would allow us to move forward in terms of the financing and commissioning of projects. So moving forward, I already stated the reasons why we need wireless sensors to gather data, and the need for monitoring and reporting all of the data we've gathered from the field. But how can we now achieve all of the factors, all of the advantages I've stated in monitoring and reporting of our data from the field. How can we achieve that from the data? How can we get valuable insights from the data that we've generated? So that brings us to artificial intelligence and machine learning. Of course, there has been a lot of trend today on artificial intelligence, majorly artificial intelligence, or maybe not machine learning, but we understand what artificial intelligence means and machine learning and the correlation between artificial intelligence and machine learning and how we can actually use them on the data we've generated so far. So AI simply means, like it's called AI, artificial intelligence, simply means a broader concept of creating machines or systems that can perform tasks that typically require human intelligence. Yes, systems or machines that carry out operations that need intelligence of the humans. That's what we know as AI. Because we know that, oh, I want to make a coffee. Your AI an AI-driven system can make a suitable coffee for you. It aims to simulate human-like intelligence in machine. So basically, it thinks like it's just a sum of a system that thinks like humans. It can perform what humans can perform, what activities humans can carry out. And there's a reason why AI systems can actually carry out human activities. It can simulate the intelligence of human. So AI encompasses various techniques, methodologies, and approaches to enable machines to perceive, reason, learn, and act autonomously. Yes, like I said, your AI system should be able to act independently. And for it to be able to act independently, we can relate it to humans. Before humans can actually, carry out some tasks, they must have used their sense of reasoning, their sense of learning, their sense of seeing, and whatnot to be able to carry out the task. The same thing has to go with the AI. It has to be able to see things, to make some reasonable calculations on what it has seen, learn from some of the things it has seen or from previous things it has seen, and then carry out a particular action based on all of these processes. So like I said, there is one particular term that makes that makes all of this possible for AI, which is machine learning. Machine learning, it's like a subset of AI, which is otherwise, or machine learning is otherwise known as ML, like you're saying. It's a subset of AI that focuses on enabling machines to learn from data and improve their performance without being explicitly programmed. ML algorithm allows machines to identify patterns, make predictions, and make decisions based on data rather than relying on predefined rules or instructions. Your machine learning, it's actually the algorithm that you've written, human algorithm that you've written to actually, work on the data we've generated from our wireless sensors. All of the data we've generated from wireless sensors, we've transmitted them to a cloud platform, to the internet-based platform using IoT means. So there has to be an algorithm that can, work on those data to get an insight, to get a trend that we need. So all of these rules will have been preset, but based on the data being generated, machine learning can actually make new predictions, make new rules, and all of these rules is what our AI works on to carry out the human intelligence like activities. So it is the work of the machine learning to work on real-time data generated and feed that to the AI system. So like I said, what we have from AI and ML, ML is a subset of AI. It's basically a subset of the artificial intelligence because there are other factors that contribute to that. While in renewable energy field, what we actually need is the data we've generated. How can we work on it? Because we're talking about thousands of data. thousands of data, and we need to deduce information from this particular data. So that is why we need combination of AI and machine learning to be able to make meaningful predictions and meaningful forecasts from our data. Okay, like I said, the correlation between the AI, artificial intelligence, and machine learning is basically machine learning is a key technology within the field of artificial intelligence. It provides a means by which AI systems can learn from data, adapt to new information, and improve performance. Yes, because what you've known today might vary tomorrow. The speed of wind today is different from the speed of wind tomorrow. The intensity of sunlight today is different, it varies. But you cannot continue to adjust manually your system based on the intensity or the information you are getting manually. So you need something to be able to do that automatically without being explicitly programmed. So that's one of the things AI does. So it basically works on this data and relay its finding to AI, where you can actually use the AI system to carry out your day-to-day activities. So in summary, machine learning serves as a foundational tool with broader field of artificial intelligence, enabling systems to learn, adapt, and make intelligent decisions based on data. So before we go to some of the samples, okay, we can now see the coupling of AI with clean, renewable, and affordable energy. That is, how can we now couple AI? How can we implement AI to our system? So one of the first thing is we can actually use AI for smart grid management and optimization. AI technology plays a crucial role in optimizing the management of smart grid, which are essential for integrating renewable energy sources and enhancing energy efficiency. So before you can implement your AI technology, you need to understand your smart grid. You need to understand what are the key factors of your smart grid. And before you can understand that, you need key data. You need data from the smart grid system. And that has been handled by the wireless sensors, like I earlier stated. And then your machine learning algorithm, before you translate to AI, before you can make crucial role in the optimization of your smart grid system. Through advanced analytics and machine learning algorithms, AI can analyze vast amounts of data generated by smart meters, sensors, and other grid components to optimize energy distribution, predict your demand patterns, and balance supply and demand in real time. Yeah, so one of the key advantage of AI is there has been cases of collapsing of smart grids. Even the energy generation for hydro, we've heard the grid has collapsed. And one of the reasons why we have grid collapsing is because we don't pay key attention to the energy demand. We don't pay key attention to energy demand at a particular time. So maybe we are some sort of demanding for more energy than the system can supply. So there will be cases of grid collapse from time to time. So we can eradicate this by implementing or adopting AI system into our grid system, because, of course, like I said, it learns from previous data. So if your grid has collapsed once or twice, the AI system would have noted the data and reason why this has collapsed. And then it can suggest to you that, okay, by so amount of period, within this period and this period, we need to limit the energy that we have been generated, that is being supplied. We need to limit this to ensure that the system stays online. And also, we can predict the demand patterns from different regions. We know what region requires large amount of energy, what region requires little amount of energy, so we can distribute this energy efficiently. And this is as one of the advantage of AI technology. So AI powered grid management systems also helps us to utilize and improve grid stability. Yeah, like I said, the stability of grid, reduce energy losses. We don't need to supply more energy to regions where they don't really require excess energy. So we need to ensure that the energy we are supplying is what is being needed so that we avoid losses, and also increase the reliability and resilience of the energy infrastructure. So yeah, so you'll be able to manage the energy system you are generating, and you won't have cases of malfunctioning. You have cases of downtime because you understand some of the things that you need to do and some of the things you don't need to do, and how you can avoid downtime. So like I said, one of the advantage of AI, embedding AI with clean, renewable, and affordable energy is also predictive maintenance for renewable energy systems. Continuous maintenance. Your AI system can help you schedule your maintenance period, where you need to maintain the period. It gives you a simple alert, maybe on your mobile phone. It gives you a simple alarm or a simple alert that your system is due for maintenance. Maybe just do a quick checkup to ensure that all other factors, all other systems are up to date, or they are in good working condition. So it gives you that routine maintenance alert. So and this is possible from because your predictive maintenance solutions leverage data from sensors, IoT devices, and historical maintenance records to actually predict equipment failures and proactively schedule maintenance activities. Yes. So like I said, you can learn. One of the advantages of AI and machine learning is that they can learn from previous data. They can tell from what has happened in the past, dig out data from the past and try to make adjustment and ensure that such cases don't repeat itself in the future. So you don't have to really worry about some of the things that has caused some downtime to your project, because the AI will definitely take care of those challenges. So by identifying potential issues before they escalate into costly failures, predictive maintenance helps minimize downtime, extend the equipment lifespan, and reduce maintenance costs for renewable energy systems. So your AI-driven energy solutions, like I said, I'll be giving us some case study of how we've applied, or the case study of businesses that have applied AI systems, AI technologies to their business and the impact on their business. Your AI technology, like I said, the energy auditing tools can identify energy saving opportunities and recommend tailored solutions to improve energy efficiency in residential, commercial, and industrial settings. So your solutions, the solution provided by AI, you can use it to improve the energy efficiency in various sectors. So the first case study example I'll be giving us on businesses that have employed AI to their business, their system is Singapore. So the smart grid deployment in Singapore. So Singapore actually, the Energy Markets Authority in Singapore, they implemented the smart grid system. And the system actually leveraged AI and IoT technologies to enhance the efficiency and reliability of the national grid electricity. Like I said, collapsing of grid is something that we need to pay attention to, and you won't achieve that if you don't really know what is causing it and how you can avoid that. So basically what they did is they created a machine learning algorithm that analyzed the data generated from smart sensors in real time. The weather forecast data, all of the weather forecast data they are getting from their field, it's being used to actually optimize the energy distribution, manage their peak demands, and integrate intermittent renewable energy sources into the grid. Yeah, so they don't just rely on one source of energy. They created different sources of energy. They are wind turbine, and they know when they need to power on the wind turbine, or when they need to, the energy generated from the wind turbine, when they need to, add it as complement to their grid system, because of course they know the time, because the AI system can easily tell them that at this particular period of time, the energy demand is quite higher than what we have at the moment. So we need some sort of backup. So that way they can efficiently supply external backup from clean energy sources to augment their energy generation and avoid grid collapse. So like I said, another application of AI in business is a predictive maintenance in wind energy by Vestas. Vestas is also a leading wind turbine manufacturer. They utilize AI-driven predictive maintenance solutions to optimize the performance and reliability of its wind turbine worldwide. Vestas, at an organization, a renewable energy organization that has a lot of investments in wind turbines with the aim of generating clean energy. And some of the installations are onshore, that is on water, and we can't continue to go on water to monitor all of this, the efficiency of this device in real time. So there has to be some sort of system that gets the data we need, the performance of this system, and transmits them in real time to a cloud platform where they are being analyzed and we can make meaningful prediction from them. So that's basically what the Vestas has done. So they've implemented smart sensors in their wind turbine technology to analyze operational data, weather conditions, turbine health indicators in real time. Like I said, the key word is real time. That is, as energy is being generated, you need to know what is happening at every instance of energy being generated. So the AI algorithm helps them to predict potential turbine failure and recommend proactive maintenance actions to prevent the downtime and minimize repair costs. So you can tell them when they need to actually carry out the maintenance action or any pending failure that might happen if actions is not taken. So all of this you get them from the comfort of your office without having to go on site to monitor what is going on. So because they've adopted this maintenance approach, they've been able to manage efficiently their system and cut down costs on repairs and whatnot. And this has enabled the company to increase their turbine availability, enhance the overall operational performance, and support the growth of the wind energy industry. Yes, because they don't have to pay more to something they could have avoided. Some malfunctions that they could have avoided, they don't have to spend more on it because they actually implemented AI and it helps them save a lot of cost. So, and lastly, one of the case study of application of AI to energy system is the Google DeepMind. The Google DeepMind, it's a subsidiary of Google. They also developed an AI-powered energy management system for their data centers. Of course, we know what Google does. They supply us with a lot of data, managing data worldwide, and you won't imagine the amount of data the system they have to put up to ensure that their services is available 24/7. So they will definitely run on energy 24/7, and they need to ensure that they are optimizing their energy consumption, and of course, it has to be green. Maybe not completely, but they will also have to embed some sort of green energy source into their system. So after they applied the AI system to their data center, they reduced drastically their energy consumption. Yeah, so Google actually reported a 40% reduction in energy usage for cooling and a 15% overall reduction in its power usage for its data centers. So like I said, they were able to cut down on the energy demand and that saved them a lot of money. that saves them a lot of money, which is actually one of the benefits of AI. So if you are adopting AI system in your business, you're actually working smart. You are not just working, or you are not just trying to provide solution. You are also ensuring that the solution you are providing is optimum, it's cost effective, it's affordable, and it's also clean, because your AI system can track all of these factors and tell you how well you are performing, and which is what we actually need to show that we are making impact in the world. So I would like us to look at how we can actually advocate for AI-driven sustainable energy policies, how we can advocate for policies that adopt AI in our sustainable energy system. The first is artificial intelligence research and projects have the potential to shape policy decisions in the sustainable energy sector by providing data-driven insights, predictive analysis, and evidence-based recommendations. Secondly, the AI technology can analyze vast amounts of data related to energy consumption, production, and environmental impact to identify trends, assess policy effectiveness, and predict future scenarios. So all of this I've explained earlier. So why, by leveraging our AI-driven model and simulation tools, policymakers can actually evaluate the potential impact of different policy interventions, assess their feasibility, and optimize their designs to achieve desired outcomes. Yeah, so before you actually embark on a project, you can actually predict from what you've had, the existing project you've had, what are the things you need to do, or what is the feasibility of this project, this location that we want to install. Are we going to be able to generate maximum energy compared to so it helps us choose a geographical location for our installation. The feasibility of our project, the energy being generated and the outcome, is it going to favor us? So this is some of the policies that AI would help us achieve. So advocacy efforts for AI-driven sustainable energy policies involves raising awareness about the benefits of AI technologies, advocating for their integration into policy frameworks, and promoting evidence-based decision-making. The key word there is evidence-based. You have to be able to show. You can't simply tell people that I'm making impact, I'm contributing to Sustainable Development Goal 7, I'm contributing to climate action by just saying I do have a field somewhere and I'm generating this amount of energy. When you have some sort of dashboard, some sort of cloud platform where you can easily open a tab, show them the amount of energy you've generated so far, show them the carbon footprints you've been able to save, show them how you've been able to make impact, the amount of energy you've supplied to people, show them how this has impacted their business and how you've been able to avoid downtimes and whatnot, your maintenance schedule, all on the screen without having to go to the field, all on the screen. And then there's a real-time update of all of this data. That's some sort of evidence that you are actually making impact, and this evidence are key for securing climate funds that can also be used to invest in more renewable energy source. Like I said, the stakeholders in the energy sector, including the government, the policy makers, industry organizations, and civil society groups, can collaborate to develop and implement AI-driven policies that support the transition to clean, affordable, and reliable energy systems. So advocacy initiatives may focus on incentivizing AI research and innovation, fostering collaboration between academia, industry, and governments, and ensuring the ethical and responsible use of AI in policymaking. So of course, some of this research that are being carried out in the academia, it's important to give us valuable insights that are important to what we are doing in the field. So if we can actually incentivize this research, promote some of this research, and the outcome of the research will go a long way in our fight for a greener future. So in conclusion, I'll be concluding that monitoring and tracking resources using AI-driven technology efficiency, optimizing resource utilization, ensuring system reliability, and demonstrating compliance with regulatory requirements. It plays a vital role in advancing the transition to a more sustainable and resilient energy future. And so the benefit of AI it's beyond imagination. If you have a system performing at 58%, even more, because a non-AI system, you can't really track the efficiency. You just take whatever it gives you and assume that that's the best you can do. But implementing an AI system in your solutions can greatly improve the performance of your system. And interestingly, we can be able to tell when we have completely and when we will be able to completely transition to a clean and renewable energy source. Because we have now that 2030, with the benefit of AI and the current project, it can tell us what we have on ground. This is exactly when we can completely transition to a clean energy source. And these are some of the things we need to implement to actually speed up the process. So we can always keep track of what we are doing from time to time. So thank you for your time. I may now take any questions.
Wow. Thank you so much for that beautiful presentation. We are so glad. Can I see reaction in the chat? Can I see reaction in the chat? Appreciating our facilitator this morning for that wonderful delivery on use of AI and machine learning in sustainable energy. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We are delighted to have you this morning. Wow, that's nice. Thank you, Dedrick from Kenya. Thank you. Thank you. I can see your reactions already. Thank you so much. So right about now, we'll be taking questions. So if you have questions, you have the opportunity of either asking in person within 30 seconds by indicating your hand up or by dropping your question in the chat box. We'll also get to pick it from there. So I already have 3 questions, 3 hands up. So I'll be picking those. Please do it mute your mic. All right, so I have Amina from Nigeria. Your hand is up. Please, within 30 seconds, only ask your question.
Thank you. I would also like to use the opportunity to thank our amiable facilitator sharing with us experiences. Please, I would like you to quite elaborate on this part because I got it quite mixed up. You said in embedding AI to monitor renewable energy sources. There are 2 main ways to do that: and cloud computing. Can you just explain further on this point? Because I think those are.
I think your voice is not that clear.
Are you with me now?
Yeah, okay.
Am I clear now?
Yes, you are.
Yes, I just wanted you to elaborate more on the wireless smart sensor and cloud computing. Because if I'm getting it clear here, those are the different devices used to track or monitor renewable energy sources. Please, can you just elaborate more? Those sources, are they physical or is it a software that is used to track renewable energy sources?
Okay.
All right.
Thank you very much for your question. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you very much for your question. I would start with wireless sensor first. So sensor is basically a hardware device that can sense a physical quantity and and convert it to an electrical quantity. So say, for example, we have temperature sensor that senses your temperature, the atmospheric temperature. We have the wind sensor, the wind speed, it senses the wind speed. So these devices are hardware device that needs to be positioned on the field, attached to your solution, wherever you have your solution, either the field or where you have been, where the quantity you want to measure is actually being generated. It might be your humidity, it might be your latitude and longitude, that is the location of the project. So it has to be positioned to where you can actually gain access to the physical quantities that you want to measure. So your sensors are hardware devices that are attached to your project physically. So now cloud computing, on the other hand, like I said, all of the data being generated from your sensor has to be stored somewhere. You can store them on a memory card locally. Of course, we know the one of the disadvantages of doing that is that your memory card your external storage card can get corrupted, or someone can tamper with data being generated. So we need something more secure and something that can handle large amounts of data. So that's where cloud computing comes in. So the wireless sensor, on getting the data from the field, from the site, it transmits this data to our cloud platform. Like I mentioned, one of them it's the AWS, Amazon Web Service, or Microsoft Azure. So this cloud platform offers services such as databases where you store your data. Some of them provide your analysis, your AI analysis on your data. Some of them provide graphical representation of the data being generated. So the process of transmitting your data from the wireless sensor to a cloud platform where you can actually perform other activities, carry out other activities on this data is what we refer to as cloud computing. And then, like I said, interconnecting all of these sources. For example, you have renewable energy projects installed in different locations. You can actually get data from your wireless sensor from these locations, transmit them to a central cloud platform, and then you can compare all of this data, send data back to the field. Maybe you want to adjust some parameters on the field, send data back to the field based on what you are getting from this particular location. So all of the interconnection of your devices physically via a cloud platform is what we know as the Internet of Things. So the connectivity is more like the Internet of Things. So I hope I have answered your question.
Yes, you have. Yes, you have. So let's go to the next person. We have Daniel from Ghana. Daniel from Ghana, please unmute and ask a question.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for the presentation. Yeah, now that AI is here with us, I want to ask, I read that top 3 countries or continents are investing: China, US, Europe. So I want to ask, what is African government investment in transitioning us to AI technology? Thank you.
Okay, so like I said, the investments, we need to first create awareness and we need to create awareness on the role of AI on this energy sources. And those that can actually drive this change, investment, are the policymakers, the key stakeholders in the business. You know, they can always, they are the ones that can tell us the impact of AI on the existing solution we have. If we adopt AI system, if we adopt AI technology on the current system we have, this is the amount of money we can save. This is the amount of project we can commission based on the savings we've been able to make. This is the efficiency of our project. So by having this awareness, you know, our policymakers can then work around that to you know, push for investment in AI in an African sector. Of course, there are some African countries that have started the funding AI, implementation of AI in their sources, because of course they are aware of what is going on in other regions. And one of the main things is we need the fund. So, and in order to be able to secure this fund, you have to show evidence of making conscious efforts towards transitioning. And the truth is, your evidence is purely data. The impact you've made, it's all collated in data where people can actually see. So I believe I've been able to answer your question.
Okay, thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. And thank you, Daniel, for the confirmation. So let's have Chuka from Nigeria. Chuka from Nigeria, please, your question in 30 seconds.
Okay. Thank you so much for such a wonderful lecture. I want to find out, most of the talk about AI and IoT devices for monitoring of energy sources. It seems to me that is mostly focused on commercial and industrialized systems, or do we have any application in more domestic environments?
Okay. Of course, like I said, Vector Energy at the moment we made a breakthrough invention on a smart DMRV device, digital monitoring, reporting, and verification device. And our aim is actually to monitor in real time the energy being generated from, of course, solar panels this time. And then we convert this energy into carbon credits and then sell the credits. And then the fund is being returned back to the developers that generated them. So it's what we did is we created a hardware device. Basically, we are not creating the old grid installation. We created a hardware device that you can attach to your installation. So it's the same thing for domestic applications. There are a lot of sensors that you can embed in your portable device, portable gadgets, that can transmit. That's the advantage of IoT. You monitor your device in real time. You can transmit in real time the application, the usage of your device, and then you can collect all of this data from different sources and one single source, and then say, "Oh, this is what we have." So, of course, it's not just limited to commercial purpose. You can domesticate AI for your day-to-day activities too.
All right, thank you. I believe your question had been answered, right?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right, thank you. So we have Leonard from Nigeria. Please kindly unmute and ask the question. Thank you. Leonard, are you there? No. All right, so let's have Chineme from Nigeria.
Okay, good morning. Can you hear
Good
me?
morning. Yes, we can.
Okay, thank you very much for this wonderful lecture. I really benefited a lot. Straight to my question. So, assuming we have all the required sensors to monitor different parameters in our energy system, I know one thing is to monitor, another thing is to be able to use the data that you have recovered, like for analysis, predictions, and all of that. Are there already existing models to analyze this data for us or to help us make predictions? And then some of us here are researchers. We're working towards finding better ways to do things, optimizing most of our solutions, and maybe trying to make the world a better place actually. So when we make these modifications, perhaps our systems will become unique. Maybe one of its kind existing at that particular time. Is there a possibility that we would always find a model to fit the new design of our system, our energy system, or do we now have to learn by ourselves to train these models? That's my question. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much. There are existing models. Before I proceed, I would like to speak a little bit on what we call the machine learning and training of your machine learning model. It's the data that you use to train your model has to be unique to you before you can actually make a prediction that is going to be favorable for you. If you are taking a machine learning algorithm that has been trained on data generated from a very temperate region where their temperature is extremely low, and you are implementing the model in your region where the temperature is extremely high, your performance accuracy it's going to be way off, totally low. So it's important that you train your machine learning algorithm based on your own generated data. So you will be able to learn from your data. You will learn from your data and make decisions that are favorable to your own environment. So that's one of the advantage of training the data, the models on your own data. If you are going to use an already existing model, what you can do is you have to ensure the proximity of where the data is being obtained. So you need to gain access to what data is this model trained from. So if you go through the data the model is trained from, and it's almost similar to yours, then you can test for the accuracy of the model, because there's always the machine can evaluate its own accuracy. So it can give you its accuracy, maybe it's 70%, 80%. So if you are favorable, if you are comfortable with the accuracy the model has given you, then you can proceed to implement it into an AI system. So, but it's AI that can do that. I can't hear you.
Yes. Are you satisfied? I believe you are satisfied with that. Okay.
Thank you, sir. I'm very satisfied. Thank you.
All right. That's cool. All right. So we have Olaoluwa from Nigeria. Please, let's have it.
Okay, thank you so much, Engineer Mr. Abib. I really enjoyed the session because I've done some work on machine learning for predictive for modeling, and it was so such as if you were just tweaking my brain more. So the question that comes to my mind is, most times, like all these things in Europe, they are using it for like commercial smart grid, knowing, okay, they don't want their turbines to just be running and having excess supply of energy and all of that. But in Nigeria, we've not even gotten to the point of having smart grids yet. I don't know how many smart grids we have. So like Mr. Chukwa also said, this what's it called, machine learning, like now we are all doing like small scale interventions, like for hospitals, for houses, for home use. When I saw your vector energy, I thought maybe you have some solution in which, like, you're based on in your energy profile, do you have like something that already now, apart from that one you talked about carbon pricing, that can help people? You know, most times people complain that solar doesn't work because they don't know the capacity of their battery. They don't know how much charge has come from the sun that day. Is it possible that you have algorithms already now existing that tells you that, okay, based on the amount of sunlight, the radiation and all of that, your battery charge and all of that, this is how long your battery is going to last for you based on your energy profile and energy use? Are those algorithms already existing? Is it possible in your package? That's just what I've been thinking about.
Okay. Thank you very much. For our system that we developed, of course, we got all of this data, which is the energy in kilowatts generated in real time per seconds. And we also monitored some of some physical quantities like the location, the irradiance, and of course the source where the energy is being generated. However, our aim is just to know the amount of carbon being offset from this energy source. So that's what we tailored the algorithm to. But one thing is, when you have data, all you need is the data. Creating the algorithm from your data it's not much of a big deal. So if you have the data, the bulk of the work is getting the data. So when you are able to get data to your cloud, you can design, you can build a software on this data that actually tells you all of the things you want to know in terms of the energy consumption, the battery level, the amount of energy you've generated for this day. This is how long it's going to last. And this is how you can distribute it for maximum efficiency. So you have to create that based on your need. At the moment, we don't have an algorithm that is carrying out that activity. So, but we have an algorithm that monitors the efficiency of our product. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much, sir. Okay. I think, Leonard, do you still want to ask question, or it's a mistake? Do you still want to ask? Do you have a question or mistake? Your hand is still up so that we can actually proceed. Okay. All right. That's fine. So I think there is a question in the. Oh, there's no question in the chat box. Okay, I think we are good. Okay, I think I saw one. How can we resonate the power of AI in resolving energy problem in Africa, especially my country, Sierra Leone? So I think Alicious from Sierra Leone is asking that how can we resonate the power of AI in resolving energy problems in Africa, especially my country, Sierra Leone? Yes, sir.
Okay. The first thing I would say is before AI thrives, you need data. So the first thing you need to know is, are you getting the data from your energy source? Are you already collecting data from the field from this energy source, or maybe your gadgets? Are you already storing the data somewhere? That's the first thing to identify. So if the data collection is in place and the cloud computing is in place, you have your data, then you are closer to AI. All you just need to do is, develop a machine learning algorithm, train in an algorithm on that data. So like I said, there are different machine learning models. There's the supervised learning, the unsupervised. That is, the supervised one is where you provide the labels for the data, that this is the temperature, this is the time of the day, and this is the amount of energy generated. And there's the unsupervised learning where you don't even specify all of this parameter, you don't label all of the data, but the machine algorithm learns from this data and tells you that, oh, because the temperature is this and the time of the day is this is the amount of energy we've generated. So once you have this data, there are boundless opportunities that your machine learning algorithm can give you insights on this data, and then it is this insight you can now deploy to create an artificially intelligent system. So when you know that, from our data, by 2 p.m. today, the intensity of the sun is going to be at the peak, and the amount of energy we generate is this. then you can now, your machine learning, your artificial intelligence system can then now distribute efficiently based on the expected amount of energy. So you can channel your energy to this. And also, you can also control the system and tell you, we need to shut this down because the energy that we generate is going to be low. So turn off this system, don't supply energy to this region and whatnot. So it all revolves around the data. If you have a comprehensive data collection, I think the first thing is to ensure that you have a data registry where you can actually gather data from the field. Now, once that is done, then I think the embedding AI, it's just a step away. Thank you.
Oh, thank you so much. Thank you so much for the answers to those questions. And we are so grateful for having you this morning, from your lecture down to answering of questions. You have really done, you have done justice to the topic and to the question of all the participants. Dear participant, can you please appreciate our facilitator in the chat box by typing your appreciative words? Thank you. I see that my very active Olaoluwa return from Nigeria. I see your activeness. Well done. Yeah, awesome. Simeon from Sierra Leone. Thank you. Everybody is saying thank you. We sincerely appreciate you. Yes, everybody has gained value from today's section. Indeed, we have been impacted, and we say a very big thank you to our facilitator, and we wish him more productivity in his endeavor. We are glad to have you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, yeah, we do know that the day is still very much on, and you might still have one or two engagement for the day. So we won't want to delay you any further. We'd like to release you now. So on behalf of the entire leadership of ADEF Africa, we say a very big thank you for facilitating our workshop today.
Thank you very much. I'm glad to be able to share my 2 cents on AI, embedding AI with our new energy source. And hopefully we can, because I definitely know that on this meeting, there are policymakers, there are stakeholders that are listening to this, and you can be the positive change. You can be the starting point because you have the capacity to drive and push for the implementation of AI policy. And thank you all. I wish you all a greener and sustainable future.
Wow. Yes, a greener and sustainable future. That's the language. That's the language. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. As we can take the leave now, we hope to see you some other time. Thank you so much. All right. So, our dear participants, I believe you have all been imparted today and you have really enjoyed yourself. And we are glad you made it to today's section. So before we call it a day, we would like to tell you that this is the time for you to also go back to your program guide and check the next line of action. So if I may ask, who is there that want to tell us the next thing? What are we doing next? Who is monitoring the program with his or her program guide? Okay. Aminu, yes, let's have you speak.
Okay, the next thing is evaluation screening. I think in fact that is the most. Please, I think it should be put in a mouth.
Okay, so that's awesome. That's awesome. You're on point. So right about now, we want you to prepare for that. We want to prepare for that. So I would like to call on Mr. Emmanuel. If would like to share one or two information with us this morning.
Okay, good morning and good afternoon. Still morning from my beautiful country, Nigeria. I know some of us are already in the afternoon. Good morning and good afternoon to each and everyone. And we believe you've had a very productive and engaging session right from the inception of this program. I think I remember I was the one that opened this program, and I'm also glad to be doing this again this morning. Quickly, I think I want to give a great kudos to the person that answered our question about the next activity of this program, though we try as much as possible to provide real-time updates so that if you have further clarification, you can get to respond to each and every of your questions. Looking at today's session, I know that it was a very great one, and the previous sessions has been a great one. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. There is something we are going to do quickly, and I want each and every one of you to, get to participate in that. So I'm going to be sharing my screen and also I'm going to send a link to the comment section, and that should take you to this Mentimeter. I hope you can see my screen. Oluwafemi?
It's coming up gradually, not yet, but we have indication I up gradually.
You need to be sure if you can see my screen. Please confirm. But let me just reshare just in a minute, please. So let me just drop the link. Let me drop the link in the comment section so that each and everyone can participate in that. So I'm dropping a link in the comment section for you to participate in that, but I want us to see people's response. So it's just for you to share your experience using one word. How has it been right from inception till today? So using one word, and I would like to see which word you are getting. I know some people will say awesome, some people will say insightful, whichever word which you want to use to qualify or narrate your experience. Inspirational, okay. Who's the person that a great one? Impactful, okay. I know we are up to 50 on this call, so I'm expecting more and more engaging and insightful. Awesome. Let it keep coming. So eye-opening. Okay, great one. Want to see more. Emboldening. All right. So I already shared the link. Practical. Okay, great one. Futuristic. I love those words. Practical, progressive, eye-opening, futuristic. Okay, great. Educative. I want to say another. Thought-provoking. Truly, it has been thought-provoking. And I still want to see more. Interesting session. So it's been an interesting one indeed. Okay. This is just like 15 comments so far. I want to see more. I know that someone might have used the word you intend to use, so that's fine. Okay, we have 22 responses. Insightful and apt. Oh, thank you for that. Intriguing. Sustainable. Those are the SDGs people, sustainability people. There is a course which we really wish to have, but maybe during the phase 3, we are going to have that. That's something on ESG and sustainability within the renewable energy sector. Hopefully, we are going to have some experts to put us through that. Okay, 23 responses so far. 24. Each and everyone has to participate. If you've not shared your own feedback, and it's very, very important you get to do that. It's very, very important to do that. Until it's 50 or maybe 45, we are not going to stop. And so you can get to do that. And as I'm also going to be sharing more information. On the program timeline, I believe we have a good information about what is there already. And one of the most important things is for us to, at this phase, yeah, we're going to be having, thanks to the project team for giving us the grace, maybe 24 hours. Initially, you were supposed to have your assessment instantly after this, after this workshop session. But thanks to the project team for giving us another 24 hours to prepare. So 6 p.m. GMT +1 tomorrow evening, you are going to be having your assessment and knowledge evaluation. Basically, it's within the context of what you've been taught and about the program. So you have to know what the program is for and yeah, what are the things, the knowledge you've gained in this program. So the knowledge evaluation is going to be tomorrow evening and at 6 p.m. GMT +1. I know that will be 8 p.m. for those who are in Kenya and those who are GMT +3. You have to keep to that time. And please, it's very important because once you miss that assessment, that disqualifies you off the program totally. I'm going to say it again. Once you miss that assessment, that disqualifies you of the program totally. Your attendance, your attendance through the feedbacks you've been giving, the tracking and evaluation form you've been submitting is one thing which they will also use to assess you. But assessment has closely 60% of your score proceeding to the phase 2 of this program. So please, please do a reminder, set an alarm, tell your friend, tell your husband, tell your wife, tell your mom, tell everybody that you can tell to remind you, and you to remind yourself, prepare yourself. 6 p.m. tomorrow evening. It's going to be 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. for some people, but please, very, very important, don't miss these assessments. Please, we are appealing now, don't miss this assessment. So, and once you are done with the assessment, for those who are successful, they are going to be moved to the official WhatsApp group. And I've been seeing some people creating WhatsApp group, and I believe there was an instruction given. Abdullahi, there was an instruction given for those of you that have joined that WhatsApp group. Well, I won't say it's at your own risk, but please, there is a WhatsApp group that has been created already, and that's the official group, which is the central group for this program. So it's very, very important. Don't join any group that is not approved, that is not sent from the programs team. So the programs teams are going to share the email with you, and alongside your congratulatory email, moving to the phase 2 of this accelerator program. And talking about the next phase of this program, that's the phase 2, which has to do with energy innovation research. That's what we're going to be starting with, and which is going to start next week, officially on Monday, and it's going to span for 2 weeks. And sometimes we always get to write reports, and which everybody are going to be part of. But this is not an individual activities. This is what you are going to be doing in groups. There are 5 thematic groups, which each and every one are going to be grouped, and depending where your name falls, not where your interest lies. So depending on where the project team assigns you, not where your interest lies. I know someone like Keaton now is very interested in things that has to do with maybe sustainable mobility, transportation or mobility. You might not be posted there. It might be maybe on energy, governance, and finance you are posted to be part of. But whichever team which you are being posted on, we are being assigned to, it's also going to be an added knowledge that you are not just learning one thing, you are not just focused on one thing. So very, very important. And the key activity is getting to create case studies and looking at the trends, most especially within Africa. The focus is in within Africa. So one thing which you're also going to see is people on that group are coming, your core team members are people from other countries. So, but you might see two people from the same country, but definitely you see people from other countries that are going to be in your team. And you're also going to have your WhatsApp, your sub team. I mean, you are going to have, each group are going to have their WhatsApp group. So whereby you can get to communicate, you can get to network, you can get to interact. But please note, you have just 2 weeks to work on your case study and your innovation research, and getting to profile effective strategies in addressing the complex, the real world challenges in that area. So we are basing more on innovation research, solving complex problems within that focal area which you have been assigned to. And after which you are going to be submitting your report as a team. Yes, you can select a team lead. Definitely would like you to select a team lead, someone that is going to represent you, and definitely the person will also have real-time information and direct contact with the head of projects and programs as well. So, and another thing after your research is the you're going to have your innovation workshop. That's a workshop series which you're going to be presenting your research, and it's the entire team that's going to be participating in that. However, the general public is your audience. So it's not just a workshop that is for you alone. It's for your family and friends. It's for everybody. And I want to appeal to the ADEF communications team too, to also see to assisting in promoting this. Please, Oluwafemi, kindly note that. And I believe they are going to do that. But most importantly, they're also going to share a template if at all you need to create a flyer for your workshop series and all. They are going to share a template with you, which you can adopt on Canva and get to work on that. And that is going to span till 7th of July. And you're going to submit your report latest 12th of July. And between 1st and 15th of July, each and every individual is to submit their energy innovation proposal. So innovation proposal is, this is what my innovation is all about. This is a problem I've identified in my community. This is the solution I'm profiling to solving this problem. And this is the target audience. These are the beneficiary. This is the expected impact or outcome of this innovation which I'm coming up with. This one is an individual activity. It's not a team activity. So please, you have to keep every of your information close. We've seen people, I mean, you have to you have to ensure that you have your information private to you. You are not sharing with anybody at this phase. We've seen occasions whereby people get to copy themselves word for word. They just change the name of the innovation. And some people were using ChatGPT. They will catch you, and you know that's tantamount to disqualification too. But I always advise people that it's not like you can't use ChatGPT to do some things, but very, very important, you need to have idea of what you want to do. And you don't need to write on the words of ChatGPT. ChatGPT can give you a definition of sustainable energy is this. I can redefine it in my own language, which the person sitting beside me will understand, or a layman will understand, just in my own word. And I write it, not like copying word for word. So I always like to guide people on that. But most importantly, for this innovation proposal, don't use ChatGPT, because once it shows that you use ChatGPT, that is disqualification totally. And that will move us to the screening phase. That's the 3rd and 4th week of the month of July. And we get to advance to the last phase, which is the mentorship and innovation phase. And this is another very interesting phase where we are going to have some new mentors and, you know, great people doing excellent work and industry leaders across Africa and beyond in the energy space coming on board and guiding us across our respective innovation. And this is going to be within the month of August, and we get to share more information on that. But the basis of my updates as instructed, is focused on phase 2 of this program. And quickly, I know that a lot of us are going to have questions, but many of us are going to ask similar questions. So if you have a question, I would just appreciate you share. I would just appreciate you share that in the comment section. And Mr. Luafemi, please, presentation slide. I know that we are going to get that across, but even though if you don't have the presentation slide, YouTube videos are there for you to rewatch. You are not going to spend up to 200 megabytes to rewatch those videos. So, and it's even something you can even download the audio, and you are listening maybe at the goal, maybe while you are working, and these are things you can get to do. Then Caroline said she didn't get the assessment date and time clearly. Email is very important. It's been stated in your email, but I'm going to say it again. Assessment is tomorrow evening, 6 p.m. I know you're in Kenya. That's going to be 8 p.m. your time. Caroline, please don't miss the assessment. If you miss the assessment, you won't be able to proceed to the phase 2 of this program. Anyone that missed the assessment, I'm very sure that, like I said earlier, initially we are supposed to have the assessment now, but the project team are giving us the liberty to, get to have a quick study and quick review of what we've been taught so far, and whereby we can get to have it tomorrow evening. How many projects are going to be chosen? Okay. What we are not to decide that. When we get to the phase, we definitely know. But in as much as your innovation is going to be it's something that's impactful and is relatable to the real-time challenges in your respective location, definitely your innovation is going to be selected and it's not going to be left behind. Is the evaluation format okay? Well, it's something that is very easy and it's going to be virtual, but most importantly, you're also going to receive instructions regarding the assessment. So I want to believe that if I'm not seeing any question in the comment section, that means the information that has been shared is very, very clear. But please, this is very important. Let's not miss this assessment time. Set a reminder right away, and everything that you need to get done, every reviews you need to get done. This current series has been shared on YouTube. Go on ADEF platform and you can check today's video on YouTube. And another thing which I would like to say is engagement is very key. When we get to the WhatsApp community, you get to engage with each other, you get to network with each other. There are a lot of things which you are going to benefit, which you are going to learn, and opportunities which you are going to benefit from in this program. Even maybe it's not coming from the programs team, it might come from your in Energy Innovator. So these are things which you're going to benefit greatly. And once again, I want to say congratulations to each and every one of you to making it up to this phase. And we hope that it's going to be a very successful and more impactful one. Yeah, it's going to be a more impactful one. So Abdullah, you've been creating WhatsApp group. I don't know why you just don't follow instructions. Or maybe you are just saying this because it's been stated from day one that nobody is to create a WhatsApp group. So please go and delete that WhatsApp group, and it should not be on the name of this program at all. So the official WhatsApp group is going to be sent to your email, and that's which you are going to have via your email after the assessment. And that will lead to the commencement, and you have the instruction to the next phase of the program. Thank you, everyone. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and see you tomorrow during the assessments and also on the groups. All right, enjoy the rest of the day and have a very fulfilling weekend ahead. Bye for now.